Hey everybody, welcome back to Legends of South Bend. I'm Aaron Taylor, and one of the things that we do here exclusively at Legends of South Bend is cover the tips and techniques from the greatest players and coaches ever associated with Irish football and talk to them about the very things that took them from being ordinary players to extraordinary players. And we have one of those people here today with us, Luther Bradley, the all-time Notre Dame leader interceptor with 17. First of all, as a general rule, what as a defensive back are you trying to go out to do when you step on the football field?
Well, the first thing I think about is going out and intimidate the guy, to let him know I'm a better football player than he is. And then normally I was bigger than most of these wide receivers, so I took advantage of that. So I slapped him around a little bit and then pushed him around a little bit and then say, hey, okay, come on with it.
Now, I know for us, as an offensive lineman, it's important to set the tempo up front.
Yeah.
We tried to do the same thing with the defense. Like, we're not going to be punks. We're
Right.
here to play football. We're going to punch you in the mouth.
Right.
But it sounds like that was important for the defensive backs as well.
That was everything, you know. And the other thing was speed. And you didn't let them know that I have speed just like you got speed.
So you talk about sticking a move. I can punch you in the mouth, but we're going to have to run a little bit,
We're going to have to run and do it.
Now, in last week's Michigan game, we saw some things that were going on. Talk about because I saw a couple times where the Notre Dame defensive backs were running, were getting beat, but didn't turn around and knock the ball down.
Yeah.
As an offensive lineman, the easy answer to me is, why don't you just turn around and knock the ball down? Is that something that's easy to do and they should be doing?
But you're a big guy. I'm a DB. I'm a real athlete, you know. but this is the key. The key is that you've got to stay in the wide receiver's pocket. So if he's running this way, you got to stay in his pocket right here. And we always say there's a couple things you cheat. You keep your arms down low, then the referee won't throw the flag. But it also keep you close to him. So as soon as you get here in the pocket, then you look for the ball. And then you're right there, and you can make the play. You can either go up and jump and catch the ball or knock the ball down.
Wow, so you guys have little tricks and tips yourself, because I know as an offensive lineman, if you're not holding, you're not trying. And that's when we used to get inside there. You get your hands out here, that's when you get called. But if you get up in there, we say, grab them where it hurts, baby.
Well, the offense have an advantage. So, we've got to, cheat every once in a while. So, hey, that's how we do our game.
So there they go with the offense having the advantage. You guys can use your hands. We weren't allowed to do that. But
right.
In all seriousness, what do you see out of the future for these defensive backs? If there's a young kid out in high school and there was one thing that you could tell them about the importance of playing defensive back on the upper levels, whether it's in the pros or at Notre Dame or on the collegiate level, what would your advice be to them?
Well, the main thing is that you should have great feet, a lot of speed, and work on the technique of staying close to your guy, running with him and looking back from the ball as soon as you get in his pocket. When you're away 3 or 4 yards, you got to first catch up with him, then you look for the ball right away, and then you can make a play. Because the referees, they don't want to take anything away from you, but when you get in position and you're going for the ball just like they are, they'll never throw the flag.
See, now that makes sense to me, because I know one of the things I hear the offensive coaches talk about all the time in the locker room for a receiver is create separation, get away from your guys. So the flip side of that is what I'm hearing is body proximity, getting close to him, always being a shadow to him. Keep your hands down, so if you need to get a handful of cloth or to pull him back to be able to make a play, that's going to happen. So you heard it here first. Again, exclusively at Legends of South Bend, the tips and techniques that made guys like this the best that ever played the game.